juicy Aaron Rodgers nugget is a book is coming out where they talk about the decade where he didn't talk to his parents, and his parents, Ed and Darla Rodgers. I'm Ed. And I'm Darla. Blaming it on Olivia Munn, his ex-girlfriend, saying that she got in the middle of the family.
Yeah, it's sticky and unfortunate. The story was that she would talk about their sex life publicly, and
Ooh.
it wasn't like I said in great detail. There was just references to things.
It's not like she was on Call Her Daddy.
Right, exactly.
It was like on the, like you said, like on like a
But
talk show.
they also had issues because they're very religious, and that's fine, and we respect that. But come on, Olivia would make references or talk about how they shared a bed because it was public knowledge. They'd be sharing a bed. They'd be staying in hotels together. And the family had an issue with that. So even though they're entitled to having their beliefs and their views, it's a little unrealistic for a professional NFL player in today's world. He can't share a room with his girlfriend.
Covino.
I think problem on the parents. What's up, Joel?
I want to hear Rich finish the sentence.
Oh,
he
yeah.
says, a young lady who doesn't get along with his mother or sisters, how long before Rich cuts him off and how many more visits?
Joel, I'll tell you what, my dad, only one time in my life.
Oh.
My dad.
Oh, Rich's father. Hey, Joel, nice to meet you.
My dad, Greg.
Yeah.
My dad, only one time in my life.
Rich's dad looks like Mick Jagger, by the way. Oh.
My dad looks
the
like
Mick.
My dad looks like Mick Jagger and Vince McMahon.
Oh,
like
yeah.
sort of like
All
a
mixed.
combo.
Yeah.
So my dad one time came up to me, and he goes, "Oh, Richie." I go, "Yeah, Dad. Listen, I'm not saying I don't like the girl you're with, but if you marry her, your life's going to be difficult.
Just know
She's
you
very
need
charming.
to be.
She's very good looking, but if you marry this girl, I promise you, it's a pain in the ass."
You
And he
need
was
to
right.
dance your way into life like your father.
So
Rich's dad's a big party guy, so of course he doesn't want anyone telling him what to do.
yeah, my dad's like, "This is
I don't
the-"
let anybody tell me I can't party and play ping pong whenever I want.
So, I think every holiday, every get together, whether it's your parents live in your neighborhood or across the country, what you don't want is your family and the woman you love to hate each other. And Aaron Rodgers, he didn't end up with Olivia
So
Munn.
what is Aaron Rodgers supposed to do in that situation? Find someone to appease his mom who has crazy expectations? And like I said, they're entitled to them. They're nice, whatever. But it's just not conducive. It doesn't fit into today's world, especially when you're dating a Hollywood person who is a public figure and you're a professional NFL player. And like I said, it's just chalk it up to generational differences. And it's never, ever easy. Like I was married to a woman who had today expectations, right? And I had my parents who were just being good grandparents. And what do grandparents do? They love to spoil little kids, right?
Yeah.
So when I became a dad, my dad, my daughter's grandfather, like, hey, give her a nice pop. And they would give her like flavor ice or something stupid from the fridge that we would eat growing up. But my modern day
Ex-wife. Ex is important in this story.
wouldn't be like, hey, tell your parents to stop giving my kid all this trash. And I'm the idiot in the middle, like Aaron Rodgers, thinking, well, my parents are just being nice grandparents.
They're just being
But they're giving them, like, what are they called? Those rocket pops. Hey, my daughter's 2 years old. They're giving her rocket pops. She doesn't eat rocket pops. She eats foofy, all natural organic ice pops because we live in L.A., You know what I mean? Like, so when you're dating a new age girl.
Who survived that situation?
Yeah, my parents, because they're my parents. But if you want to be realistic.
They were right about your ex-wife.
If it was up to my mother and I went by my mother's standards, I'd be dating a woman who wore a bonnet every day. Yeah, I met this woman from the PRARIE, Mom. Are you happy? Like, come on, be
and
realistic.
She's got a little house on the prairie.
Yeah. And meanwhile, my mom wants to give the kid, flavor ice and
God
all the
forbid.
crap sugar that we had growing up. And again, I don't chalk that up to who's right or who's wrong. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying anyone's right or wrong. I think people need to respect each other and just accept that there's going to be generational differences.
All right.
And the gap between an Olivia Munn and Ed and Darla? Give me a break. Ed and Darla, I haven't met a Darla since 1920-something. Ed and Darla, the generational differences are just too much. So the parents are at fault because they're pointing fingers at Olivia. Aaron chose to not talk to his parents for 10 more years. I'm not trying to take sides here, but it seems to me that the parents were more difficult than Olivia was.
I'm on Ed and Darla's side.
Really?
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, my family, they would have pulled up. What you mean calling my mama house?
Yeah. Oh, no,
That'd have been
no
a
doubt.
problem.
But for all we know, Aaron Rodgers told her to. We don't know.
Well, hey,
They would have pulled up on him too.
it's good juice.
Yeah. Hey, and again, don't blame us. Blame the parents. We didn't write this stupid book.
You know what? Let's go to your feedback. Terry in Mississippi. What's up, Terry?
Okay, I promise not to curse
Okay.
while you guys are on air. Man cave, my
What's up, man?
man cave. Anyway, I had the reverse, and there was a good segue that came into this. My parent, my mother, and my sister, and my brother's wife, and my best friend and his wife both all hated my girlfriend.
Well, then guess what? If you just named like
But
all
I
the
found,
important
but I
people in
found
your
out.
life.
I found out afterward. I broke up with her, and now I'm married to the girl that I broke up with her for. But anyway, after the fact, they're like, "Dude, we hated her."
Yeah, I mean, sometimes
After the
people just
fact.
fake the funk to make you happy. But I think a lot of times, if everyone in your life, if I was a single guy and I brought someone new around, and Covino, Danny, my parents, my friends didn't like the girl, eventually you'd be like, it's probably not the right person. But hey, that's for Aaron Rodgers to decide, and he did. They're not together. The end. And again, the other layer is, should he play in the preseason? And I think that's also up to him. But I can't see it being the wisest idea to take your first snap looking across the line of scrimmage into the eyes of Fred Warner, and then you look to your right and you're like, oh, there's Nick Bosa. And it's going to be wild to think that that's the first snap he takes on the road, San Francisco, week 1. So Aaron Rodgers all over the news today.
And I have one last thing to say about it, too. I wish them both greatness. We're happy for Olivia. I mean that. It's awkward because, through the years you get to know these people. I wish them greatness. She's a happy mom now. She's in a great place. I wish her the best. Same with Aaron Rodgers.
She's
with
John Mulaney.
Yeah.
John Mulaney.
And I'm not talking smack about Rodgers' parents, but who's the one exploiting their son with this story in the book right now? Just saying. If that doesn't sound right to me, what kind of parents do that? So it sounds like a again, generational difference there that tore the family apart.
Well,
they're blaming Olivia. And right now we're like little gossipy boys talking about Olivia Munn and Aaron Rodgers. But it's really not us. The parents put the story out there. There's a book. Out of the darkness! Darkness! Out of the darkness. And the question is, when things get sticky between the new girlfriend or the new wife and the family and the guys in the middle, or the woman, whoever's in the middle, you got to sympathize for that person. I've been that person. Never to the extent of Olivia and Aaron. As the story goes,
you've been that person and still got married.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers didn't talk to his family for 9-10 years because they made it so difficult for him and his relationship. And that's why I'm team, believe it or not. I'm not saying Olivia Munn wasn't a pain in the A, right? Because she probably was. But I'm team Olivia here because for Aaron Rodgers to then not talk to his family for 10 years, they've been done for a long time. 10 years means they really overstepped and made things more difficult than they had to. If Olivia is a public figure, she's an actress and she's on the Tonight Show. I'm just making this up.
Yeah.
And she's promoting her new film and they're like, so, hey, how's things with Aaron Rodgers? Things are great. Oh, yeah. Is he delivering? Yeah.
Let's just say not just on the football field.
Not just on the football field, Jimmy. Oh, whoa. Right? And she tells a story. Obviously, she's not getting into great detail, and it offends his very religious family. I think that's on them. It's, you know what? And it's not like they're wrong and she's wrong. It's just a generational difference, and they're not bending or understanding.
Yeah, but can't you then just say, well, that's just not a match that's going to work? I'll give you the I'll give you the lamest analogy.
Those generational things are always difficult, man.
I'll give you the lamest analogy. Sarah and I, my wife and I, last night, after I watched the Mets miserably lose to the A's. Are you kidding?
Man, it sounds like
you're in a wild card race and you lose to the A's? Anyway, I'm sorry. After I watched the Mets lose to the A's, I said, "Yo, babe, no, we didn't watch this week. Go to the DVR. Let's watch The Bachelorette." I know, make fun of me all you want. I'm watching The Bachelorette, and next week is where they do the hometown dates. You could tell right away, will this person fit into the family? You've never brought a girl home that you're like, oh, yeah, this isn't going to work. And then other times, your mom and dad and siblings like, we really like her. How do you not see that as an indication?
Yeah, that doesn't always fly.
It does. I know your parents, dude.
I know
your parents.
My mom lives in the 1920s. You think what am I supposed to date? Mrs. Grundy to keep her happy? You know, am I supposed to date some old-fashioned lady?
I'm just saying, I've met your parents many times. They're very sweet. If a girl doesn't get
I'm
along
not
with your
trying to-
parents, then she's the pain in the ass.
No, it's not. It's unrealistic expectations. What was Aaron Rodgers supposed to do? He's a guy partying in Hollywood and with cool people. He's supposed to date someone that's going to vibe with his ultra-religious mom? Give me a break. It's generational. It's just different.
Yo, Danny.
And
Danny.
people have to bend a little bit.
We were at your son's first birthday party. I met your mother-in-law. Seems like she loves you. Why wouldn't she?
Why? Hey, of course she does. I'm Danny G.
Maybe she's just a good actress.
Maybe. But Danny, if you didn't get along at all with Brenda's family, would it have worked?
Probably not long term, no.
Yeah.
Look, it's great when everybody gets along, Rich, but not everybody has that situation where everybody gets along, like Rich Davis's world of sunshine and rainbows.
It's not sunshine and rainbows. It's like if I met a girl who didn't vibe with my friends or family, I'd be like, yo.
Yeah, but we're
maybe
talking their
this isn't
values are
permanent.
different, but the parents' values seem unrealistic here. Because in today's world, it's not like that,
Under 30.
unfortunately.
You know, one
Now,
time
they had a problem, again, with her talking about their sex life, and it wasn't in juicy detail. She would make references here and there, and they didn't like them sleeping in the same bed. So, I mean, it's 2024. You know, even the Flintstones sleep in the same bed.